Attack ads. Love them or hate them, they are part of our politics. Now, usually they involve fairly juvenile jousting between political parties, but now Canada's civil servants are joining the game, taking direct aim at the Harper government. Here to talk about the ads is Larry Rousseau, Vice President of the Public Service Alliance of Canada. Welcome. Thanks very much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Before we start chatting, let's show everybody just a little bit highlight reel of this new video that you've put out. Take a look.
Sure.
Wow. I mean, I know that's about the environment, but that's a really violent ad with almost sort of an inherent violence against women in that ad. Why would you do that?
It's more of a wake-up call. There's a shock effect to it. But you know when you sound the alarm, when you hear an alarm go off in the building, it's aggressive, isn't it? And you want it to go off. But we're sounding the alarm. We're sounding the alarm because when you think about what has happened in the last year, especially since last year's budget, C-38, C-45, we got the budget this year, environmental deregulation, when you've taken 99.5 and 99.7% of our lakes and rivers no longer subject to environmental regulation at the federal level, this is serious.
Okay,
very
fair
serious
enough.
stuff.
And I understand that's the environmental message that you're trying to get through here. But when you have an ad where people are going in with jackboots and masks and dressed in black and inherently threatening a woman, aren't you ceding a little bit of the high ground here? I mean, sort of, I don't know how you could claim in that to have the high ground when you show stuff like that.
You know, this is perhaps the artistic value of having analogy, all right? The analogy here is innocence. What can be more innocent than the environment that we wish to leave to our children and future generations? And we're saying that in order to allow corporations to make even more profits than they made in the past several years, that we want to take out of the equation regulations that would make them think and actually make sure that the health and safety of Canadians has the primary interest. We're looking out for the public interest, not the corporate interest here.
Aren't you worried? I just want to stick with this ad for a minute, because we deconstruct attack ads, of course. But there does seem to be almost this inherent violence against this woman in the ad. I mean, how is that acceptable?
Well, no one was harmed in making these ads.
No, but it was clearly
let's make that
intimidating. You know, when you look at it, the woman looks very intimidated by these people with jackboots knocking down her door.
How do you think that Canada's Aboriginal communities feel right now when their cancer rates and their disease rates are going through the roof because of environmental pollution? This is why we're talking about a wake-up call. We are on the front lines. Our inspectors, environmental inspectors on the front lines are seeing what's happening. We're being removed from the equation, so we are out there saying, if this continues, we will no longer be able to fulfill our mandate to protect the health and the safety of Canadians. We've had 3 videos so far: food inspection, we've had aviation inspection, our Transport Canada inspectors, and now we're talking about environmental regulation. This is serious.
This may be unfair of me, but we've literally got 30 seconds left. When you are that far over to the side with these videos that you're producing, how on earth do you ever get it back to center? How does this end? How does this confrontation end?
By provoking debate. The unions are excellent at getting debate going. Even in a union conference, people disagree, but we make sure that we get all the information out so that we can make decisions. And Canadians are going to have to make decisions in the coming months and years regarding where our country is going. That's what we want. We want debate.
Larry Rousseau, Public Service Alliance of Canada. I appreciate your time this morning. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much, Mr. Clark.